Happy Manga Monday! And yes, the irony that last week's video was my unhauling video. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. The following week's is this video, which is, yup, another haul video. As is the life of a manga collector, I suppose. But I was going to have them a little bit more spaced out, but things being as they are, as I'm getting all these videos pre-recorded before my trip, just so happened that it worked out this way, so enjoy! Today we are going through the manga, the webtoons, you know the drill, all the stuff that I bought in March before I left. So it is a smaller haul. I tried not to make too many purchases because I'm trying to save some money to spend on my trip, and because I didn't want like a ton of things coming, but there are a few manga, I think like 4 or so, that'll probably be arriving while I'm gone. They'll just have to be tacked on to the April haul video, so you know, there's nothing I could do about it. I have enough to have done a haul video because I think you all know by now, zero self-control. This girl has me. 0. I can't even say I'm working on it. That's a lie. I'm justifying it by sharing it all on here with you. That's more the truth, I guess, of the matter. If I'm being honest with myself. So yeah, April's haul video will also probably be a little bit of a smaller haul. I'll have some recent pickups from when I go to the manga store when I get back from my trip, but I will be, you know, poor, even more poor than I usually am because I'm traveling and I'm, you know, gotta spend all my money doing that. So I don't plan on buying quite as much for the April haul either, but there will be fun, hopefully. I mean, I assume so. This is me we're talking about. Fun pickups from my trip that I'm hoping to find like some cool Korean manhwas while I'm there that haven't been published here yet, or like the cool like box set type things with like all the like interesting little doohickeys that I see on Instagram that I want so bad. But yeah, I don't know what I'll find, but you know, I'm sure there'll be something like that. And then of course some Japanese manga that I find, some art books. I am really going to be on the hunt for some art books. So yeah, next haul you'll have that to look forward to, and I hope that you will subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the haul videos or the other weird and wacky videos that I do, like next week's video, which I'm a little embarrassed about, but hopefully you'll have a fun time watching. Enough preamble. Let's just get into what I bought in March. I'm going to start with the webtoons. I got 2 webtoons this month, and first up is The God of High School Volume 2. I really enjoyed Volume 1. It was fun. It gave me a little bit of a Gintama vibe, but like much more action oriented right off the get-go, but you know, wacky and weird and fun. I also compared it to Sket Dance because it gave me that with the like 3 main guys for some reason, and also comedy is pretty big in that one as well. But yeah, I liked Volume 1. I didn't get a chance to read Volume 2. Honestly, I didn't get a chance to read much between, you know, trying to get prepared for my trip and work, putting in extra hours before I leave. It's just like, yeah, not a lot of reading happened this month, sadly. But I have ones to look forward to when I do return from my trip, so there's always that. And yeah, the other one was The Dangerous Convenience Store, Volume 2 as well. I didn't think I was gonna get this because Barnes & Noble straight up lost my order. I hadn't had that happen, but they gave me a tracking number and it just like sat there saying like received digital information or whatever, and like never went into the shipping, never moved, you know, for like over a week. So I reached out and was like, hey, this is when it shipped. This is what it's telling me from the tracking, which is nothing. And yeah, so they were really nice. You know, they just said if it did show up, you know, like another volume, you know, showed up, that to just contact them for a return label. So I really, really appreciated that. It was super easy. They sent this one right out and I got it within like 3 days, which is usual of Barnes & Noble, which is why I was like, I don't think this one's gonna get here. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah. But anyway, I got volume 2 of this spicy looking BL. I haven't read the first one, but don't worry, I plan to for my webtoon-a-thon. Just call everything a thon. But the first volume webtoons I plan to read for a May video. So yeah, looking forward to that. And next up is the only one shot I got, but since we are on the BL train, we might as well keep chugging along. And the one shot is one I already read digitally, and if you want to hear more thoughts on it, I did talk about it because I read it in my BL 24-hour binge-a-thon. I just like the a-thons. And that is All You Want Whenever You Want. Oh, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Just the right amount of saucy and sweet. Yeah. So happy to have that one. And another one that I read digitally and then ordered with this. These were all part of the Valentine's sale from Tokyo Pop. Yeah, that one did ship, but I really had to film this when I could film it, you know, like I still have to edit and stuff. So that one will just have to be, like I said, in the April haul. And then moving on to the manga that are series that I'm continuing to read, this gave me final volume vibes, but nowhere did I see that it's the final volume. So I'm gonna just put it in the ongoing series section. If it is the final volume, let me know in the comments below, because I don't know. Like I said, couldn't see that it said final volume anywhere. I feel like they came out with another volume in Japan, so yeah. But anyway, still in the BL, and I actually managed to grab this up at my local manga store, luckily, because it was a couple days before its official release date. So nice. The other one that I wanted though, Sheep Princess in Wolf's Clothing Volume 2, that is the same release date, but it wasn't there, so that was a bummer. I'll get it next time I go. Anyway, I got Pink Heart Jam Volume 2. I really, really loved Volume 1. I also talked about it in my 24-hour BL and GL binge-a-thon. And so I was really happy to get Volume 2. It was really cute. I'd say I liked Volume 1 a little more because there was that like angst of it, but this one honestly made me tear up. Like, it was still 5 stars. Like, it was still great. I'm just saying, like, comparatively. Overall, they were a really fun read, and I'm really happy that I, you know, picked it up eventually, because I didn't remember, you know, really liking it when I read it digitally, for whatever reason that is, but I really, really liked it this time around at least. The only other one I did manage to read from this pile was Past the Monster Meet Milady, Volume 2. I loved Volume 1, and though I still think there was super cute moments, super like funny little awkward conversations between our two adorable main characters here, it was definitely more of one of the, like, a volume of a transitional, you know, like a lot of things are transitioning from like what it was to us presumably what it will be, and so it just overall was a bit weaker than Volume 1, I will say, but I still enjoyed it. I still had a good time with these lovely characters, and yeah, it's a fantasy romance that has my heart. I'm so excited for when Volume 3 comes out. I think I don't have long to wait, so it's really exciting. And then next up, I got I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. I loved volume 1. I didn't get to reading volume 2. There's chances I could read these before I go, but I haven't read it yet. But anyway, I loved volume 1. I found our main protagonist really fun and relatable, and yeah. So I'm really looking forward to volume 2 of this as well. And another one I love dearly, but kind of got behind on reading and has become super popular because of the anime that released. And no, I haven't watched it yet. Do want to, but that is the Apothecary Diaries volume 11. Every cover of this series is so beautiful. I love all the covers. Obviously, the first volume was a cover buy for me, and it did not disappoint content-wise either. Full of mystery, a fun, quirky, adorable, and weird main protagonist that I love dearly. And yeah, I mean, I definitely want to get back and like maybe start it over, because yeah, I haven't read the last few volumes that came out just because of life. But yeah, I definitely recommend this series. It's great. Or check out the anime. I've seen clips. Animation looks gorgeous. I've heard good things about it. I will probably watch that eventually as well. Next up is another series I super duper love, but also have gotten behind on, and that's The King's Beast Volume 12. Absolutely fell in love with this series. I read like volumes 1 to like 6 or so, all in like 2 days because it was really addicting. Yeah, I super duper love this one, but at some point, you know, I caught up and then I didn't keep reading when the new releases came out, and I don't know. So yeah, I am behind on it as well. But I had to grab the new volume when I saw it in the store because I still really love this series and also recommend this. It's another great fantasy romance. It's shoujo, but yeah, it's really good. And then I also picked up at my local manga store Tokyo Aliens Volume 6. I love the pink vibes of this cover, and also back with the cute chibis. Yeah, so again, have fallen behind on reading. I did read like a chunk of it online before, digitally, before it came out, because it's by the same mangaka as Aoharu Machine Gun, which I really love, and I am really enjoying this one. I find like a lot of action adventure stories, like I just want to binge them because there's always something going on. There's always like a cliffhanger at the end, and you know, I just want to keep reading. So yeah, that's my excuse for this one. I don't have excuses for the others, but yeah. And I also picked up this one at my manga store, The Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom. I absolutely love this one, and I haven't fallen behind on this one, except for that I haven't read this 5th volume yet. I think, again, if you like Apothecary Diaries, you'll probably also like this. She's more surgeon than apothecary, but another quirky, fun protagonist to enjoy with pretty art, and she somewhat solves mysteries, usually just like of what is ailing the patients, where she kind of goes a little bit above and beyond that, but it's a similar vibe. I'm just saying, if you like Apothecary Diaries and you haven't checked this one out, you might also enjoy this one as well. And lastly, I decided to grab this one because it was a decent price online when I made an order from Amazon, and I needed like $5 more to get free shipping because I don't have Prime. And I grabbed Assorted Entanglements Volume 2. So this is a Yuri romance. I read Volume 1 and I enjoyed Volume 1. So I'm like, you know, I should grab Volume 2. I wouldn't say Volume 1 like, you know, swept me off my feet or anything, but I was intrigued enough to, you know, continue on in the series, obviously. So I'm hoping Volume 2 will just make me, you know, become even more invested in the series. And second to last, we have the category of first volumes. I would have loved to do what I did last haul video and do a mini little first volume reviews. You're getting the theme of this one, right? I didn't have time to read any of these, so it is what it is. The only one that I did get to read was Bloodblade Volume 1. This was a cover buy, and because my local manga store didn't have the one volume I wanted, so they get a deal, like if you buy 3 or buy 2, I think it was buy 2 you get the third half off or something. Anyway, I'm a sucker for like that. I can't just buy 2, then I have to grab a third one. So this was my third one. And it was a cover buy. I love the fire, and the like art throughout is really nice, I do have to say, but the story was just okay. It felt very expository and written kind of like, here, let me explain story to you, reader, instead of just like feeling natural and like a story is unfolding. You know, when you get that vibe from a manga that's just telling, not showing, I guess, too much. But yeah, I mean, I am curious enough that I might grab volume 2 and like see if it kind of just settles in, if the mangaka was kind of just a little bit like, I gotta make sure they know what's going on. But it just felt a little stilted and weird, like with the dialogue, and it didn't feel natural, you know, like characters are explaining things to each other that like they should already know. I just, it's a pet peeve. I don't like when that happens. So yeah, it wasn't great, but yeah, like I said, there's a chance I might pick up volume 2 and just see if it gets better. So yeah. And then I grabbed this cute little title, In the Name of the Mermaid Princess. I mean, look at that cover. How could I resist? It's so stinking cute and pretty. And yeah, it's a shoujo beat title with fantasy and romance. You sold me. But yeah, I haven't read through it. Just been too busy. But based on the cover, this looks absolutely adorable. And then I got this one at my local manga store. Ado, I'm not sure which way to go about saying that title, but like again, cover-ish buy. Did also read the back, and when it says the tagline, strange powers and military conspiracies abound in this sci-fi action manga for fans of Akira. So I haven't talked about Akira on here at all, but I really, really, really liked that manga. It was so good. The anime movie is also good, but doesn't cover nearly as much as the manga itself does, so I super duper recommend it. It's so good. But anyway, if you're gonna compare this to Akira, then I will pick it up and check it out, because sci-fi is one of those hit or miss ones for me, but when it hits hard, and I'm like invested. And if I'm invested in the world and the characters, then like, I love it. I love strange powers, I love conspiracies, like it sounds good. It sounds really good. So yeah. And lastly, one that my lovely friend bought me, and I really, really wanted to read it, let him know what I thought of it, and let you all know what I thought of it, but yeah, I just didn't. And that is Uncle from Another World, and I absolutely love the gold sheen to this, the manga panel background, the elf girl on the cover. This is one that I think I bought the first volume for him, and he really, really liked it, and so I've been curious about it, so he sent it to me to check out the first volume and see if I like it. But like I said, I haven't read it yet. I feel so ashamed. But yeah, I love, you know, that isekai to another world premise, and it looks funny and weird, and so right up my alley probably. And our last category here is complete series. So I only completed 2 series, One, if you watched my last haul video, you already knew it was coming because it was in the mail to me, and that is the last 3 volumes I needed of Kinos' Journey, The Beautiful World. So I got volume 7. I love this teal blue. Side note. Volume 8 and volume 9. So yeah, in the comments someone told me the light novel went like to 20 some volumes, which I didn't realize it was that long, but yeah. I already bitched and moaned about how we never got the full light novel released here, but I do have the manga adaptation, which is very much truncated from 20 some volumes, or else doesn't give us every journey that Kino goes on. But I'm still intrigued, and I hope to read this when I get back from my trip. I'm looking forward to it. And very lastly is something that I've really wanted for a long while, and like, I mean years, but like I've been really contemplating buying it since like September, and I just kept kind of putting it off and putting it off, because even though it was a really good deal, it's still like $100. So I was like, oh, I don't know. But then some other lovely friends of mine, thank you very much, gave me a Amazon gift card. So I bought it off of Amazon for, well, what I had to pay out of pocket ended up being like $30 some. So I think it was well worth it. It was from a third party. It wasn't from like Amazon itself, but like, you know the drill. Yeah, and I'm so excited to share with you this box set. Are you ready for this? I'm so happy. I finally got the Rosario Vampire box set. I'd been wanting this. I mean, you know, I love a good vampire series. And on top of that, I watched the anime when I was little, and I've heard that the manga is so much better. But honestly, I really enjoyed the anime. Like, it wasn't a favorite or anything, but I remember really enjoying it. It was just silly, goofy fun. But I've heard this gets a lot darker and more intense and more interesting, and boy, is it heavy to hold up. But yeah, it's super cute. Look at the back. I love her with the watermelon jack-o'-lantern and the bikini. Getting hot in here. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And of course, let me open it up for you. Inside we have more gorgeous art and all the volumes. I don't know if you want me to share all the volumes with you or not. So we have the first volume here. Oh, she's so cute. And yeah, it starts off pretty like hijinksy, silly comedy for the most part, what I remember the anime covering at least. And it's a little vibing of a harem with him surrounded by a bunch of these beautiful monster girls who are all, you know, kind of interested in him. But yeah, I think the anime mostly just covered 1 through 10 of the original series, or like the first series or whatever you want to call it, of Rosario Vampire, and then it goes on to Rosario Vampire, or Rosario plus Vampire. I don't know, I never really said the plus, but whatever. Anyway, then it moves on to Rosario Vampire season 2. So I think this is when it gets like a little more intense. The artwork even like vibes different, which I love both of them, but like this hits hard. Like, she is fine. Oh my god. And yeah, that goes for 14 volumes and ends with this stunning cover. Mwah, she's beauteous. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this series finally. Oh, there's a free mini poster inside, the little bat tells me. How adorable. Also includes this cute little Rosario Vampire illustrated pamphlet, I'll say, because it's very, very, very thin, but it's got pretty little artwork and a little extra comic in there, so that's super exciting. So yeah, I'm just so happy. I think I already said I wanted to read something for like the Halloween season recently, but this is another one that hopefully I will get through reading around that time. But this is another one I really do plan on reading around, you know, September, October, the spooky season, like Monster Girls, like it's perfect. So yeah, that was my manga haul of March. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, let me know if you're curious and want me to read Rosario Vampire. I mean, I'll read it regardless, but like I hope you are interested in me reading it and maybe doing a little video or something about it in October. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, yep. Here we are at the end of the manga haul. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way through, I hope you enjoyed, and comment below which one are you most hyped for me to read, and you know, let you know what I thought of it, or for you to maybe pick up and read yourself that looked interesting. Also, what other titles did you pick up this last month? Because I'm always out hunting, you know, when I come back from my trip, I need more suggestions of what has come out that I need to grab. What are the must reads of March? The must pickups of March. And yeah, this is my last video that'll be scheduled while I'm on my trip, but I did schedule one more because I'm coming back this coming Saturday. So I was like, there is no way in hell I'm gonna be able to film and put together a nice video that Monday. So next Mondays will be my last pre-recorded video. I also got a haircut in between that video and these videos, the last two videos I filmed. So my hair will grow a little longer, but hey, I don't know if you even will notice. So yeah, that just took more editing, so I did that video earlier. But yeah, I hope you check it out. I mentioned before that it's a little bit embarrassing. It's talking about my favorite reads that are kind of hard to recommend to people. They're a bit weird and kinky. Strange and saucy titles, but yeah, I do like them though, so I hope you enjoyed that video next Monday, and until next time,